How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Need for Speed World on the WorldUnited server. So we're gonna continue, well, trying to level up. I guess that's the current objective because it's the only way to play higher speed classes. Also, now that I think about it, this update thing that they say, maybe on that update they included this Esprit. Because it's pretty possible that this car was never in the actual original game, you know. But I mean, sure, why not? Hold up, we gotta do events, right? Like actually one or two more events to go to the next speed class. So it has to be world map. Almost forgot how to play already. I don't know. Well, the problem is that here, all of this I already pretty much did them, which is the reason why I go to the randomizer. Which maybe I already did them as well, but I guess you have less way of knowing that. you can lie to yourself a little bit better that way. It's fine. Okay, so... I think I probably should remove the chat, because even if, you know, it lets you know who is there and all of that for like waiting for events, I think that it does take, you know, a little bit away from the immersion. Like, it's better when it's not there. Also, this place, like the lining on this place looks very good. Like this gray looking thing looks very nice. Sure hope that guy with the muscle car... Wait, I'm sixth place? What do you mean I'm sixth place? Yeah, I'm second, exactly. You're out of your mind if you think I'm sixth. Well, and it seems that the game thought that that guy that was behind me was in first, and he got the magnet. Well, that's a shame for him. Also, how is it going, Sunshine? The handling is okay. I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary. Yeah, and the art style looks nice though. I'm pretty sure this isn't even close to how the original look. Pretty sure that this game has a lot of custom textures to make it look the way it looks. So yeah, that's more than last place. Amazing way to start actually. Yeah, don't worry, even if it's last place you still get a lot of shit. Well, in fact, yeah, I keep getting money that I feel like it's more than, you know. Okay, let me hide this, and yes, I can actually at level 24 get class A. Yeah, I'm doing well. Well, you cannot see it because of my camera, but class A can be done on level 24, so let me install the upgrades that I meant to install yesterday, which are in inventory actually. I didn't even need to buy anything. So force induction, engine, sport brakes, custom tires. Wait, up until what point is it class A? 749, it's not 700 as I thought, so it means that you could put more into this, like you could put a better transmission, for example, and a better suspension that I don't have in the inventory. I could buy though. They shouldn't be that expensive, well, unless you go for this one. Transmission. So here, well, some of these are quite expensive, all things considered. We can go for this one, I guess. Seems quite expensive, but it's fine. And then for the suspension is mostly for handling, right? I think, yeah, mostly. You can have more that affect the other stats. For example, we can go for this one. It's 705. Seems that we are still not on close to the upper limit. Well, this thing in general has very little handling, it seems. It's good for the other stats, but when it comes to handling, not so much, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm a pro tuner, holy shit. I also want to change the way it looks, since that's the default, and I want something, you know, more fancy looking. Maybe something... Oh, that actually looks pretty cool, this color. I like it. Yeah, I'm fine with that one. And on the aftermarket, I wonder if it has a pre-made body kit or if you have to go one by one. If it has a pre-made one, I would prefer that. It does not have a body kit. Ah, that's a shame, because going one by one is a little bit annoying. Wait, where do you have the... Oh, I think that bumpers count as body kit, so not having body kit means no bumpers, no nothing. You can have a spoiler. I do have things in the inventory. Like, for example, this spoiler here. Yeah, that looks cool. See? I like the way that looks. And do I have anything else in the inventory? I don't think I do. I think that's the only one I remember getting. I have a license plate. What's the current one? Well, it says cash. Ah, but I don't like the way it looks. It's funny, I gotta admit, but not a big fan of it. And then gifts. No, I don't know what gift is, but let's leave it like that. Could also add a vinyl. I didn't check the vinyls yesterday. Doesn't seem like you have... No, you can have for the Lotus. Though, where are these going? Preview? Oh, you have to drag and drop. Wait, why is that the British flag? Oh, that was supposed to be the British flag? Well, no thank you, remove it. How do you remove it? Oh, reset all changes. Yes. No, this type of editing I'm not a fan of, so I guess it's gonna be vinyl-less. So, you know, all of this trouble, like trying to make the car pretty only to get my ass kicked. So, since now the A-class events are available, I'm gonna try to go from left to right on the ones that are on the map. Well, at least the ones that I wanna play, I guess. Anything involving the police, probably not, but everything else, I'm fine with it. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how, with this thing, we can go against Class A, because for what I remember, Class... Nice. Already start with a shortcut that I didn't see. But for what I remember, Class B also started quite well. It just started going to shit later, in the sense that I started losing a lot. So here maybe we're just gonna start losing, will we? I hope not. But at the same time, it's pretty clear that well, at least fuck me, dude. And fuck the shortcuts. The shortcuts really are very messed up in this game. But I think that it's mostly because the AI is so good. Like, the AI being so competitive means that any advantage you don't take, it's gonna be felt a lot. And yeah, here, any shortcut that you don't get means that you're gonna be shit on, obviously. It is what it is. As I said before, though, if the only thing you get here is about leveling up, that is not related to the car itself. Well, to the car, I mean, to how you perform. Then I didn't see that. So, something that I do feel with this game is that I have a very hard time identifying what's about to come, you know? Also, I just realized what the bug here is about. Like, here it says level 23 even though I'm level 24, because it remembers the level that you had at the beginning of the session. But essentially anything else is, you know... Wow, that's a very long ass track. Okay. I was about to say that, that basically... it will say 23 for the rest of the session, just like yesterday it say level 1 for the rest of the session. Weird that a bug like that is not fits. I mean, it's a visual bug that doesn't really matter at all, but I mean, it does matter when you want to look at your level and it still says level 1 even on the top of the screen. That's when it is a problem. Because at that point you have to do an event to find out what your real level is. I feel like the lack of handling here is really messing me up. It's just that I think that this is a car that naturally does not have very good handling at all. So you cannot do much there. That seems to be the problem. Oh, what the hell? Tim, alright, that's an unexpected track. Unexpected. Like, you wouldn't have imagined a track casually being horizontal across the whole street. I mean, I did look at the minimap and there was something weird. Like, everyone was stopping suddenly, so yeah, something was off. And now it makes sense. It was indeed off. I guess it's off depending on what you consider. Like, it's the logical thing if a track is parked like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that what caused the track to be parked is probably the magnet power up. Yeah, I'm not sure here, maybe it's the blur or something, but sometimes I really struggle to see what's ahead of me. Like, I cannot really see where I'm going. But I'm not sure if it's the blur, I think it's simply the colors. Like, sometimes the colors blend together a lot. Or maybe the fact that it could be brighter. Like, there's little brightness. Maybe that's the issue. Okay, we're in the podium. Oh, there is an Intel advertisement, nice. There's a pickup truck doing some shit. No, you can't be serious. I can't believe that truck cucked me like that. Nice. Also, how is it going, Clone Cat? Yeah, I'm just here getting cucked by a truck, although with a lot of money. So it seems here that it's pretty clear that you do get more money and more experience the higher the speed class, you know. Which is obvious, I guess. So, well, there aren't that many events really that are simply a class, because you have this one, but I swear it's so lame to play something without collisions. Because aside from the fact that obviously you cannot, you know, use power-ups, because, I mean, that's the issue with these events. These events are advertised as no power-up events, and that's exactly what they are. They are events that you cannot use power-ups, but the fact that you cannot have a hitbox against the opponents, it's the real dumb shit. I mean, at this point, obviously, it's more of a time trial, right? It's basically a real life, well, real time, I meant to say, real time time trial. But yeah, like, why cannot you just have a regular race? Like, instead of having one that is power-ups and hitbots and another one that is like no power-ups and no hitbots, how about having one that is hitbots and no power-ups? I don't know, just feel like the obvious thing to me. How is this game? Well, this is basically a very different version of the original game. The original game was a lot greedier with a lot of things, and more importantly, it's dead. But yeah, this one, I mean, it's kind of like the equivalent of, I mean, not really, but you can kind of think of it like like entering like a cheat version of an MMO, right? Where you can, I mean, actually, do you play Ragnarok Online? Actually, I don't remember that. I know that Yannick played Ragnarok Online. I don't think you did though, because I was out to make a comparison, but essentially it's like you play an MMO and the drop rates and experience rates and all of that are turned up, right? Like, it's easier in terms of stats. Or not much. Well, in that case, it's like you're entering a Ragnarok Online server that has 10 raids, right? Like, well, 10, no, like 100. I think that's a better comparison, right? Like, has an 100 experience and drop rate increase compared to the original, right? Which means that you can have a high-level character in a matter of hours, right? That's pretty much how it is. It's the way it works. I don't think it's a bad thing, but there also doesn't seem like there is much of an objective. Like, in my case, my objective here is trying to get to the fastest speed class. And yeah, that is something that you can do. Like, you can play a lot of events to level up and do that shit. It's not like you have a story or a series of events to beat. And even the events you beat, it's not like the game really cares if you beaten them or not, you know? So in that regard, it's mostly if you want to play online with other people. Which I'm not doing, so it's a little bit pointless in that regard. But I'm not doing because you have to wait too much, you know? I'm not a fan of waiting. Like, aside from having to, you know, be in the same class and on the same event as other people playing, the fact that once you're there, you just have to wait until they are all ready, and they don't seem to have any hurry to be ready, you know, so it ends up being a little bit annoying. That's an interesting shotgun. Another thing that it's pretty clear is that the AI doesn't fuck around, so you can very easily get your ass kicked casually. Well, casually and and not so casually. Like, the point is that the AI is very good, so unless you have like a very good car, or you yourself are very good, you are probably not gonna win. Unless you do it on the lower difficulties, well, lower speed classes rather, because there is not such a thing as difficulty. Like, there's only speed classes. Your car is faster or not, basically. So yeah, I'm very bad at the game, or maybe my car is very bad, I don't know. I think it's a little bit of both, though mostly skill issue. Though this car has a very apparent problem, that it has very low handling compared to what it should have. But yeah, it's not like, well, you can install upgrades that help handling, but you will also have to sacrifice things like acceleration or top speed, so yeah. Can I at least get to the podium on this one? Maybe that's too much to ask, isn't it? No, it might not be too much to ask, but there is still quite a bit remaining, actually. We are not close to the end yet. Well, no, I mean, we are close, but not ultra close. Well, if it ends like this, then yeah, podium, which it's okay. It's an okay result, I'll take it. I mean, compared to going in last or second to last place or shit like that, I'll certainly take it. Doing random stuff until max level, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, there is no objective. I mean, the main objective of this game is or rather the main idea of this game is the social aspect of it. It's an MMO, so you play. Wow, that's a lot of reputation and money. Holy fuck. Well, it was a long race, makes sense. Point is that it's like most MMOs a matter of that, a matter of socializing and doing all that shit that I don't like doing, so not a fan of socializing. But it's fine. It is about that, like, if you have a group of friends to play with, you can easily play the game. Yeah, socializing, I know, right? Like, the reason why I wanted to play it is simply because I want to play every Need for Speed game, and so far I did not skip a single one. I've been playing every single Need for Speed game in existence. So I think there will be one exception, though I wish to not be the case, but wait, that was, oh, okay, I win. Yeah, that's the first win that I have in a while, but that was an extremely short race, holy fuck. Well, I'll take it. But yeah, you can see when a race is very short, it doesn't matter if you win or not, the reward is so little, you know? That's the thing. The only reward that changes is the card, and most of these cards are trash compared to other rewards. It's just that in the actual official server, those cards were important, because I mean, you didn't have like that many things that you could make use of. Here, wait, how many laps? 2 laps, okay. In like I remember playing the original game, like in the original server, and I remember like the game being super greedy, like ultra greedy. But yeah, I mean, those rewards made sense because like you barely got anything, you know, in the original game. But here, since you can easily get a lot of stuff without much effort, those things end up being like, wow, what a shitty reward, right? It's one of those things that you gotta understand the game in the context that it existed, because looking at it like this, a lot of things don't make sense, but they do make sense when you consider the original server. I was out to say, you know, I think I interrupted myself like a moron when I won the previous race, but what I was out to say is that there is one Need for Speed game that I might not be able to play, or if I play it's probably gonna suck, which is the... No, oof, nice dodge. Which is the Android game, the one for mobile. It's called Need for Speed No Limits. That game is... well, it's a mobile game, so you cannot expect much, but aside from the possibility of not being able to emulate it, there's also the problem with, you know, the fact that it might suck balls, because I mean, it's a free-to-play game. For as far as I know, it is free-to-play, which means that it's gonna have, just like this game in its original run, a lot of very scummy shit. Like, it's gonna be like, oh, you want to participate in this event? Well, you have to wait like 10 hours, or you could pay money to do it faster, right? That sort of thing. So with that sort of thing, yeah, I'm not sure. Also, I probably should restart this. That was a terrible start. But let me restart. Quit event. Yes. Okay. Which one was it? This one. Okay. Let's try not to fuck up this time. But yeah, essentially it's the... it's a game that is probably gonna suck balls. But if it does suck balls, it is what it is. Got that experience with Asphalt. Yeah, exactly. You know, that's exactly what I'm thinking that game is gonna be. And maybe I'm wrong. But if even the Wikipedia article is telling you that people criticize the free-to-play model, and Wikipedia is usually a page that doesn't tend to have too many negative things to say about things in general because they get moderated, right? Well, if even Wikipedia says that, then it's a problem. So that is exactly my fear, that it's exactly like Asphalt. Because Asphalt was like that, like, you needed to purchase a car to participate in certain events. Okay, you took a lot of time to obtain that car, and then you obtained the car, and then you realize you could only use it for 1 or 2 events, because the other ones had some very stupid restrictions, and at that point, it's like, what are you doing, right? And I expect that game to also be like that. But even if it is like that, I still want to play it a little bit, you know? Just play it and see how it goes. I don't expect it to be a positive experience, but if at some point I get stuck and it's like, well, you gotta either wait or pay, I guess that's when I'm gonna tell it to fuck off, but I would like to at least play it. The question is the emulator, because normally the standard emulator for Android shit tends to be BlueStacks, but I heard that BlueStacks lately has gotten even more aggressive with ads. I mean, it already had them before, I think it got worse. And I don't know if the alternatives that I also used to use exist anymore. Like, I remember using an emulator called Knots. And I mean, maybe it exists in the sense that, yeah, you can probably download it and use it, but like, it's not updated anymore, so you probably cannot do shit in it anyways. But yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I will have to investigate, though. Thankfully, that game is like, there are still 5 other games before that. Like, after this one you have Hot Pursuit, then Shift 2, then Most Wanted Remake, and then Rivals, and then I think comes No Limits. So I don't need to worry yet, but I will need to worry eventually. No. Ah, damn it. I got the achievement Solo Racer, no shit. That's exactly what I'm doing. Welcome to Need for Speed No Limits, and show your limited experience. Yeah, I know. The no limits is that you have no limits to spend on it. Also, this is the same event that I did last time. Since it's an open event, it seems that it's always there, so I guess it can suck a cock for now. Wait, no limit microtransactions. That's what it is about. Oh, wait, do we start in a tunnel? That was unexpected. Or did the textures fail to load? No, it's a tunnel, I mean. A tunnel. That's an interesting start. Oh, fuck. Okay. The trucks in this game are a menace. They truly are. The trucks in this game... Well, just like in real life, they are a menace. Trucks are a thing that should never be something that is driven by an amateur. And unfortunately there are so many unqualified people driving trucks, because usually it tends to be a shop that does not have very big requirements, since most people don't want to do it, of course, so there tends to be a relatively high demand, I guess, so they cannot be very picky with what they get. So the problem with that is that a lot of people end up driving trucks when they shouldn't even be driving a bicycle, right? And yeah, that's how you get some very fucked up accidents. Hey, there's not much you can do about it. It is the way it is, you know. Can't do much about it. No. Okay, the game completely forgave me there. Like, that should have easily been a crash against the split, but the game was like, nah. I'll give you another chance. You deserve it. Oh, hey, I'm glad. I appreciate it. Ooh, that's... Okay, this track is pretty interesting. Pretty messed up, but pretty interesting nonetheless. And also the first place is absolutely out here. Doesn't seem like anyone's gonna reach him. So I appreciate the lights here on the ground, on the tunnel, because otherwise I really cannot see shit. Well, I mean, that's the point. You know, that's kinda the idea of lights. Yeah, either the most skilled or the worst. I mean, the issue is that, as I say, like, anyone can be a truck driver. Like, obviously there are requirements. Like, it's not like you can grab a hobo off the street and just make it a truck driver, but the requirements are not the same as, say, I don't know, being the engineer of a nuclear research facility, right? But the point is that, yeah, with that you get all sorts of people, a lot of them very well qualified, of course, but a lot of others that do something like, you know, they look at their phone, for example, while driving a fucking truck, and that's something that is not exclusive to truck drivers. So the thing is that a truck is way more dangerous than a car. Especially a cargo truck, like a truck that is meant to, you know, have big loads. Yeah, trucks like that, you cannot be distracted with your cell phone, dude. Like, it cannot be. It's not possible. Because that's basically asking for not only your death, but the death of anyone that is unfortunate enough to cross your path. I fucked up. Damn, I can't believe basically throwing the whole race because of that. Speaking of which, well, there you have the truck. The cargo truck with the accident. It's there. Damn, that's fucked up. Very fucked up. Could have been a worse result, honestly. I'll take it. Wait, one more lap? Is there a power-up that lets you add one more lap, or is that just the name? Because that will be funny. Very messed up, though. Okay. Let's keep hitting the events one by one. Well, here, speaking of trucks, I think that here we have one of the biggest mafias is the trucks union. Like, they have so much power, and it makes sense since the trucks are the one that transport all of the woods from one place to the other. But wow, nice. But the point is that, yeah, they have a lot of power and they are pretty much a mafia, which is a shame. But then again, what isn't a mafia in this shithole of a country? Like, the whole place is a mafia. So yeah. But yeah, what I do know is that the truck union has a lot of power here. And I think it also, regardless of the country being a corrupt shithole, it also has to do with the fact that the geography of the country makes that type of transport a lot more vital than it may be in like a European country or maybe the USA. Oh, what the hell? A lot of shit's flying here. But yeah. We don't have a very good train infrastructure, because a lot of those things could be transported by train, but no, they aren't. Because we don't really have a good enough infrastructure for that. So yeah, the trucks end up doing a lot of the heavy lifting because of it. Well, the heavy lifting very literally. But yeah. It is what it is. At the same time, you might think that I'm saying all of this to attack truck drivers. So the thing is that truck drivers are also some of the workers that are the most exploited. Like, they have very long shifts, sometimes they cannot even sleep. And well, that also is what causes the accidents a lot of times. Like, you have someone that is overworked that cannot sleep, and you release them to the highway, and well, the result is gonna be the logical one. For those, they definitely deserve my condolences, because yeah, that's a very rough job that I wouldn't be able to do. Well, I don't know how to drive in the first place, but even if I did, a job like that, like, will be too rough for me. But yeah, it's one of those things that it's obviously a very necessary job, someone has to do it, but yeah, unfortunately very, very unhealthy, and especially in a place like this that, as I say, it's a corrupt shithole. A lot of these drivers are not even formally registered, so they essentially are treated like slaves. That's also part of the reason why the truck union is so big, but it's not like they do that much stuff for them in the first place. It's mostly basically just some big players lining their pockets, as it tends to be the case a lot of times, right? But yeah. Oh, fuck. Well, that was still enough for second place, not bad. Union sucks, Holiday at Cisco's companies suck, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And it gets even worse in countries like mine, where everywhere you look at there is corruption. You lift a stone, corruption. You look on the corner there, oh, there's also corruption there. Yeah. That's the issue. It's a manifold problem, right? It's not something that you can say, oh, well, that guy is the culprit, shale him and you're gonna solve it. No. It's also one of the reasons why I think that a country like this one will never get better. There is not a single problem. There are problems wherever you look at them. There are so many problems. Hey, that's fine. I mean, at this point, you know, I figure out that one of the most common topics I talk about in the channel, well, aside from obviously talking about the games I'm currently playing, is how much my country sucks. I'm very patriotic, you know. Love to share to share my knowledge for the country. You know, these countries. You know that, believe it or not, I'm not a fan of the word shithole to describe a country, but I just don't see a more fitting word, you know, to express the, you know, the rejection that this country gives me. It's fine. Oh, you know, I have an interesting thing to talk about that does not involve talking shit about my country. It does involve talking shit though, but not specifically towards my country. So, you know the Rubik's Cube, right? Like it's a toy that, you know, you're supposed to make each face of the cube be of a single color. And you're supposed to rotate it to achieve that. It's basically pretty complex to achieve. Like, it's not something easy. A lot of people are extremely good at doing it, but if you don't really have practice, it can look close to impossible. Well, you know that today, for like 7 hours or more, I had no power here, right? Like, there was no electricity. So I essentially couldn't really do anything, but I do have a Rubik Cube for some reason, and I was like, well, I mean, cannot do anything else, might as well try to solve this shit. And the thing is that I was like, I don't know, 1 or 2 hours, I'm not sure exactly how much time passed, and well, to nobody's surprise, I couldn't solve it. So it's like at some point started getting frustrated and started moving the, oh, nice jump, started moving the pieces a little bit more rough, and one of the pieces fell off, right? Like one of the little cubes fell off, and I was like, hold up, since I'm not gonna solve this shit, might as well, you know, just make use of this opportunity, right? And I did. Oh, that's a novel. Essentially, all those things fell. Like, I made all of them fall, and I had like the base of the cube that is basically two. I'm not sure how to describe it. Sticks? I don't think sticks is a good word to describe it. Yeah, essentially, you have two, I guess cylinder is a better word. Two cylinders with a little cube on, you know, the top of it, right? On each side. And I basically started reconstructing the cube with all of the other pieces. And yeah, that's how I solved it. Well, I don't know if the world will be solved, but yeah, the point is that it worked. I actually managed to get the Rubik to be of every color. Essentially, it's easier to break down the cube and rearrange it than it is to logically solve it. And yeah, that's how I did it. Also, this oval, by the way, my car is not faster than this guy's car, so I don't think it's very worth to do this, because I'm obviously not gonna win, and I probably will get a lot of money when I eventually finish it. Yeah, that's assuming I wanna finish it. I don't. I do not want to. Maybe with a faster car where I can actually compete against my opponents, but yeah, not with that one. I mean, with this one. So there is one guy here that has a police livery. We can actually cosplay as the police here. I'm glad there are no hitboxes for that specific interaction. And these guys are struggling to get into the shortcut, so that's something that is very consistent with the Need for Speed AI in the previous games. The Need for Speed AI for some reason really struggles with some shortcuts. Though all in all, this AI is very competent, but yeah, they still do well enough, I guess. How was Nitro? Probably the worst game in the series, but hey, I mean, at least it was relatively short, so I didn't have to suffer too much. Like, at the beginning I thought it wasn't as bad as Pro Street. Basically before that I thought Pro Street was the worst. But no, it actually is worse than Pro Street somehow. Because the thing about Pro Street is that it's a game that has a lot of things that suck, but it does bring some new things to the table that are not that bad, like the high-speed events. But Nitro, everything new that brings to the table is inferior to what was already there. And everything else that it does it worse than every other game. So it's essentially a game that has no reason to exist. It's like, well, I describe it as pretty much the Need for Speed equivalent to shovelware, and it's very appropriately on the Wii, so yeah, the home of shovelware. Indeed, having shovelware shouldn't be a surprise, you know. Figure from your stream announcing that it was an experience, yeah. It's a game that was released on the same year as Need for Speed Shift, so it's pretty clear that Electronic Arts wanted a more serious game with Shift, where it wanted to go for a more like syncade experience, right? And then with you know, with Need for Speed Nitro, it tried to be ultra casual. The problem is that it fails at being ultra casual. In fact, it's probably one of the hardest Need for Speed games to beat, because it requires, like, in order to buy cars that can compete against the opponents, you need money, and it's probably one of the stingiest games in the series. So you have to work hard to get that money, and unless you actually farm, a lot of times you will be looking at events and be like, well, I have no money, right? Like, unless I replay a previous event, I cannot possibly get a better car to actually compete. So yeah, it's basically a game that is supposed to be casual, but it isn't. So yeah, pretty shitty game all around, really. I don't think there is a single good thing I can think that game has. It even supposedly has characters that get shown and all of that, and those characters don't even have dialogue. Like, they are a single cutscene, and well, basically the AI opponents are named like that, but that's it, you know. Will I see any random event here that I didn't play? I'm not sure. I'm not good with names. So this one, for example, Morgan Beach. Did I play it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But I will play it. Anyways, it is a game that doesn't do anything good. That's pretty much it. It is a game that exists for nobody. Has no reason to exist. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, today the Need for Speed games on Steam are on sale. So yeah, if you are interested, they are all on sale, and because of that I bought Need for Speed Unbound. That is the last one I didn't own on Steam. Which is great, because that pretty much guarantees that at least the Steam games I can play them all. But yeah, if you're interested, all of them are on sale. Well, at least the ones that haven't been retired from the shop, because games like Need for Speed Shift 1 and 2 are retired from the shop. They were sold on Steam at some point, but not anymore, so yeah. Essentially nothing you can do there, which is the reason why, you know, there you have to investigate a little bit to know how to play them. But yeah, the point is that the ones that are available are all on sale. And well, ironically, I play the Most Wanted remake and Rivals, like not the Steam versions, but I mean that I played those games once before. None of the other ones I played, only those two. So personally, I can recommend Rivals. I think it's a good game. Or at least that's what I remember it being. Maybe when I play it again, I'm gonna be like, wow, this is what I think was very good. I have no clue how it's gonna be. This is, by the way, the final level to go with, if the idea is well, to get to the final possible classes, which are S1 and S2. And I'm not sure if I should go straight for S2 or not. I want to see if there is a card that can be S1 and S2 at the same time, but I think the game for S2 recommends you to have cards that already when you purchase them they are S2. Like, it doesn't recommend you to get an S1 and then upgrade it. So I'm probably gonna aim for an S2 right away. Maybe not, I don't know. That's something that I will look on the card shop and see how it goes. Yeah, this game has a shit ton of cards. It's clearly the Need for Speed that so far has the most amount of cards, but that is probably not because the original is the one that had the most amount of cards, but because it has a lot of cards that were not in the original. Like, this server adds them because it feels like it. In fact, I still don't know if this car that I'm driving right now, it was an actual car in the original. Something tells me it was not. Like, I'm pretty sure it was not, but maybe it was. I wouldn't know. Wow, nice. Straight to the column. Now, wouldn't it be a shame if the first place gets a magnet? Wouldn't that be quite a shame? Oh shit, they crash. It's a multi-crash. No, but they crash not because of the magnet, because it's a shortcut entrance. God damn it. Stupid ass AI. How many times is that weekly mission gonna pop up? Ah, fuck. I thought the power-up was gonna be over sooner. Well, it might fall for not looking at the timer. Whenever you use a power-up, you have the timer below. I wasn't paying attention to it, I guess. Alright, so careful with the column here. Last time you crash head first into it, so don't do that. Exactly, nice. Well, this is still not podium, but I'll take it. So there's probably 1 or 2 more races remaining, right? I think. Yeah, 1 more, depending on the length of that 1 more, I guess, essentially. So, Silk Street. By the length of this, it's probably not gonna be good enough to level up to 30, but we will see. Oh, it has 4 laps, so it might be. I don't know. Yet again, well, okay, here it seems to be a 50-50. Some of them are taking the other road. Oh, damn, thanks for the correction. That red car saved my ass. Well, that's a Dodge Charger. Nice. I guess he couldn't dodge. Sorry, that was pretty bad. Yeah, that worked on my favor. Is that shortcut worth it? Yes, but only on the second entrance, not on the first one. Alright, so it's 4 laps of this. Well, it might actually give me enough experience. Could be. This shortcut seems to really be a 50-50, whether it's worth it or not. So, yeah, the magnet is very weird. Sometimes it feels like it does nothing, and some other times it feels like Pokemon style super effective, right? But no, I'm not sure what it depends on. Doesn't seem to be the amount of time it's active, or maybe it is the amount of time it's active. The longer it's active, the more effective it is. I don't know. It's a little bit weird. Alright, so here, remember, don't take it on the first one, take it on the second one. Oof, I can't believe I didn't crash against a single wall there. That was pristine driving. Ah, shit. Okay. I'll take that. And for some reason, I'm first place by quite a lot here, so maybe the AI is just very bad at this track. I mean, clearly. It's not that I'm suddenly super good or that my car is unbeatable. I think that the AI here just cannot do shit. Well, in that case, I guess I'm gonna receive all the magnets. Sure. Throw me all the magnets you want. I can take them all. But I am positive I'm gonna win. And what's wrong with me? Come on. Do better than that. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to let a choke pass. I am receiving quite a lot of magnets though. So interesting that half of the songs in this soundtrack are by Mick Gordon. Like, it's not the first time he makes music for Need for Speed. I wasn't expecting him to be such a prominent figure for Need for Speed. I guess that's basically what ended up kickstarting his career. Because nowadays he's obviously known more for his work on Doom and sometimes Killer Instinct, but yeah, I guess before that he was mostly the Need for Speed guy. Also, yeah, that was a destruction. Like, by how much difference is the second place? Damn, almost 9 seconds. Yeah, alright. So yeah, that should be enough to get, yeah, level 30. Okay, well, I'm also gonna collect the achievement rewards. Actually, you have... Damn, I'm stupid. I put completed before, but I could have just done completed rewards. My bad. Wait, a car? What do you mean a car? Which car? Okay, I got a car apparently. A lot of shit here, okay, sure. A lot of bronze. Okay. A lot more nitro. And RAM. Not RAM as in random access memory, that will be too valuable. But no. And then here more money. Okay. So apparently, according to those rewards, I got a car. How do I redeem that car? Like in the car dealer? Or maybe change car, maybe it's on here? Yeah, this one. The Honda Civic. It's an e-car. And it's temporary. Well, Okay, so this is what I was saying earlier. Some of this essentially make you wonder why the fuck will you give me something like this at this point of the game, but at this point of the game, in the actual real game, you probably weren't even past D class, so having something like this was very valuable, right? So yeah, interesting, but I think that you can keep it, and well, while you're at it, shove it up your ass. But yeah, let's see. Right now I can go for both class S1 and S2, and I feel like I should just skip S1. It's just that I don't want to skip it, and some cars, they do recommend it for S2. The problem is that S2 starts at 150 and goes almost to 1,000. Gear hell. Wait, what car is this? Oh, it's the Honda Acura NSX. Okay. Oh, well, Acura specifically. Oh yeah, I remember the Ariel Atom. The Ariel Atom is a cool car. Oh shit, you can even put it a Formula skin. And this one called Treasure Hunter. Well, that's the value that this car has. Essentially, I can afford it. And you have an Aston Martin. This one is not recommended, for example. In fact, a lot of these are probably not gonna be recommended for class S2. Though there are a lot of cars here, that's the issue. So cycling through all of them is gonna be a pain in the ass, and I feel like it's probably a better idea to, you know, just do that for S2 if I'm gonna check every single one. Oh, the Ferrari, the Ferrari fuck is also here. Though this is mostly a Ferrari Enzo, but it's supposed to be one of the weirdo cars. Well, the Koenigsegg, the regular one. Some interesting choices. Now my question is, S2. You have a lot less on S2. So here, for example, it's the Ariel Atom with like a very specific configuration. And these are all Formula. Okay, these are all Formula skins. Not a big fan of doing that, but yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can. And here, if you're gonna, well, so here's the thing. This one is already S2, but the game itself does not recommend you to play it on S2. It's supposed to be a modified car, right? You have a Bugatti, well, two Bugattis, because two is better than one, you know? Grand Sport. I guess the ones that you will normally expect are the ones that are S2, and this one is naturally S2, differently from the other ones that are like modifications of slower cars. That one is S2 by default. Essentially, the Koenigsegg in multiple flavors is the one that seems to be the one that you're gonna be seeing here the most. Oh, the Sesto Elemento is here, nice. Pretty cool car. Well, the Maserati, I'm not checking the prices by the way, but I think I can afford all of this. Not sure what this thing is. Oh, the McLaren F1, damn, the McLaren F1, very expensive as well. Like, this one is one I cannot afford. Well, I will have to do a couple more events, but... Well, the Pagani Huayra is also here. It's a relatively... For this game, it's, I guess, a modern car. And then the typical Sonda, classic final boss. Oh, this is an electric car, isn't it? I think. Does it say? Wait, you cannot even purchase it. Oh, it's from car price packs. So not all of these are available. Well, this one, oh, you can rent this one. Okay, the ones that are super cheap, you can only rent them. Well, so yeah, essentially here, then the TVR, really? Wasn't expecting this game to have a TVR. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog skin, huh? That looks cool, honestly. But yeah, whatever. The thing is, I am tempted to just buy an S1 car and then upgrade it to S2, and it seems like the Koenigsegg though. Oh, the stream ended for a little bit. It's fine, we are back. I didn't do anything important, so don't worry about it. But I'm seeing that a lot of these cars have very bad handling. Maybe that's how it's gonna be here. You're gonna see a lot of acceleration, a lot of top speed, but the handling is gonna suffer as a consequence. So I guess you cannot be very picky at all. Like at all. Well, I could go for the Koenigsegg, I guess. It's a car that I haven't used before in Need for Speed. You have a car that is just called Need for Speed Muscle Car. You cannot get it. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm gonna go for. Like, most likely Koenigsegg seems to be the best choice. So, which Koenigsegg here is the closest to the limit? This one. Like, in fact, it's the highest it can possibly be. Oh, but I cannot afford it. Well, that's cool. Nice. I can farm a little bit more, I guess. Yeah, essentially those two are 3 million. So yeah, I could farm a little bit more and get it. Get specifically this one. Not the biggest fan of the way it looks, honestly, but seems that stat-wise it's a very smart idea. But yeah, I need to do like 2 more, well, maybe 3 more events to get this one. So let's do that. It shouldn't take that long. So yeah, let me do that real quick. Well, actually, it might take a little bit long, actually, depending on the achievements as well, I guess, but yeah. Let's do this. Also, how is it going, Wasabi? Is it as fun as it looks? I think that this game is only fun if you have people to play it with. If you don't have people to play it with, I wouldn't say it is. Because, I mean, at that point, just play literally any other Need for Speed game that has like the most wanted formula, right? That will be my advice. But if you have people to play, and well, there is a community. In fact, in order to even create an account for this specific server, you need to register with Discord. And the Discord has people playing it, of course. So if you want to, you know, play a community game, this one, I guess, does that. Like, it's basically the closest you're gonna get to a racing game MMO, and by the closest, I'm pretty sure it's like the only one. Because aside from that, you will have to go to like more, you know, games like Mario Kart 2 that are not MMOs, so you play against other people, or straight up simulators. But MMOs in itself, I think it's the only racing game MMO there is, so maybe I'm wrong, it's possible, but if I'm not, then that's essentially the main drive. Like, the game in itself, for what it is as a single player experience, no. Like, basically, I don't know, play Most Wanted, Carbon, Undercover, any of those is a better idea. But yeah, like, for the community experience, I mean, I cannot really say on that because I really didn't interact with the community, but that will be the idea. Like, that's the point of the game, that you play with other people. I am not a fan of doing that normally, so cannot really say, but yeah. Yeah, the main drive, no pun intended, indeed. Correct. Alright, so this shouldn't be a problem. If that's the cash I'm gonna get, it should. And if I get more cash like that, it could be in either one event or two, depending on the luck. We will see. Just to get those 3 million. And I'm only doing that because I want to go through every I guess every category possible. So I want to see how S1 is and then how S2 is, right? Like, I don't want to go to S2 right away. Problem is that if that car ends up being a mistake, well, you're gonna eat shit, basically. You're gonna eat a big fat clump of shit. Like basically 3 million down the toilet. Not like it's hard to farm money in this game, but I'd rather not. I also don't know the modern Need for Speed games, how much of them you can actually play online with other people, because I know that you can play online. Well, in fact, the whole point of Need for Speed Rivals, for example, is that it's a game where you can constantly cross other people in the... Wow, okay. I somehow was able to live the entirety of that thing. Pretty cool. That wasn't the shortcut, damn it. I cannot stop getting cucked by the shortcuts, it's crazy. Really? I mean, it wasn't gonna be a good result anyway, so you had to do that to add salt to the wound, right? And you just could not help yourself. Alright, we need to do one more race, and we actually get the 3 million. Let's do one more. I mean, it would be nice to win, but I kinda doubt I'm gonna win. I mean, at least I did win a couple of Class A events, so, you know, simply because of that I can consider Class A to be beaten, right? Obviously. Isn't that how it works? Maybe not. It's fine, don't worry about it. Oh shit. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. Like, I guess the good thing about this game is that, theoretically differently from the most recent ones, that if you want to play online with other people and you don't want to support the electronic arts, I guess this is the best way to do it, because obviously the Steam games, you are essentially supporting AI. I mean EA, sorry. Vowels in English fucking suck, but yeah, Electronic Arts is what I mean. And if you don't want to support them and want to play a Need for Speed game online, I guess this is the closest you're gonna get without supporting them, so yeah. I guess that could be a motivation to play it, yeah. Nice traffic cars. It's funny to hear when someone crashes against something. It's a pretty funny sound, especially when you don't see it. It's like a surprise. Okay. A lot of stuff happening in here. Vowels in English sounding like two of our vowels together gets confusing, yeah. Essentially, it's when you need to say an acronym and you are not used to using that acronym, it's a problem. And when you have to like read an acronym out loud and it's not something that is part of your common vocabulary, it's like you have to guess what is about to come out of your mouth. So yeah, in the case of Electronic Arts it's EA, but the reason why I know it's EA is because of the guy that says EA Sports, basically. If it wasn't for that, I would have to think about it a little bit more even. So is that thing bug, the thing that says achievement complete? Guess how many times have I completed that weekly challenge? Maybe, I don't know. Hard to tell. So I'm gonna use all of the power-ups. Fuck this, guys. Unfortunately, that wasn't very good. Hey, at least it wasn't last place. Oh, almost there. Speaking of the EA Sports logo, I just remember that Visual Community has an emoji that's an edit of that logo and says EA sucks. Yeah, I can imagine that if you're a fan of PopCap games, you are not very fond of Electronic Arts. It's understandable. But yeah. Well, now I have enough money, so... Well, first of all, what are these achievements? Like, here I get... Damn, I got more cash. Guess I should have claimed it earlier, or whatever. It's not like it's that much. Okay, that's good. So... let's get that Koenigsegg egg. I still want to double check a little bit, but I'm most likely gonna go for that specific Koenigsegg egg. So, S1 class, because the Ariel Atom to me is also a pretty good option, but... Well, I could get these variants, I guess, that are not quite... Problem is that these ones are already... Like, they already have items in them, you know? I could do it, but I'm not sure. Part of me, well, I simply don't know what to do, and I wish it was easier to order them. But the thing about the Koenigsegg here is that it's the only one but essentially at the top of the class without a single upgrade. So I'm curious. Well, I'm curious more than I wanted. Like this one, for example, though, I guess that's the problem with that other car. Like, I don't like the way it looks compared to the other Koenigsegg at least, but yeah, it seems that stat-wise is the best idea. Look-wise does not really look pretty nice. But I mean, since I already farmed the 3 million, I guess might as well get it. Well, actually, this one doesn't seem to be that far behind, and I think it looks a lot better than this one. This one is 966, 946, and 635, while the other one is basically it's worse acceleration, but even more top speed, and the handling is worse on this one. I'm not sure. I think I'll go for this one, because I simply prefer this model way more. Like, this one just looks ugly to me. It is an ugly model, you know, though maybe with more customization things it looks better, but I just prefer the way this one looks. It's just hard to tell, but both are recommended for S2. This one theoretically is harder. So I guess I'll go for this one. I'll get it. Let's go with Koenigsegg. Back to safe house, I guess, yeah. Should I change the color? Well, I'll keep it like this, and when we eventually level it up to S2, I'll worry about changing a little bit of the way it looks. But yeah, let's start going here. And then just immediately get beaten. Yeah, Plant vs Zombies, yeah. No, I mean, basically any PopCap games community is gonna have Electronic Arts in the... Yeah. In the bounty hell thingy. It's gonna have their head in a bounty. So what is this guy doing? Huh. I think that here these other cars are showing off. They're doing some fucked up stuff, it seems. I guess I suspect they were gonna kick my ass. Yeah, they will kick my ass. But it's too early for now to come to any conclusion. That's the first lap. Well, keep in mind that here, since this is a power-up allowed event, these guys could also be using power-ups. I don't think it's... The problem is precisely the power-ups. Hey, it could be, I don't know. But on the right side it should be a lot easier here. Unless there is no limit to the top speed and, well, to any stat, I guess, because if they are limited according to what the meter shows, you will want to max out the one that is not close to the limit, which in this case is handling. But if they are not limited, I'm not sure what you will prefer doing. If you would prefer to keep going with fuck me. These guys did the same stupid shit I did. And they are not moving out of the way. Nice. They fell for the same thing that I criticized these guys for doing, which is struggling at a shortcut entrance. Oh well, it happens. Second to last place. Amazing debut, I gotta say. Perfect, even. Here you will think by looking at the stats that the limit is 1,000 in each one. So, like, this thing is close to top speed. Like, it doesn't get much faster than this, right? But yeah, you can have better acceleration and better handling, and that's where the upgrades should probably move towards. But yeah, that's only assuming 1,000 is the limit at top speed. But then again, at some point, do you really want to have that much top speed? Because unless you're going to the oval, it's not like you're gonna make use of it. What the fuck is this song? We are playing classic songs now, then wasn't expecting that. Doesn't seem to be very fitting for a game like this, if you ask me. While you're destroying trees, crashing cars, taking out light posts. Yeah, I don't think this song is very fitting. I'm thinking it's a very fancy activity, the one that we are partaking in. Well, or whether it's fancy or not, I don't think it also represents very well the idea of going at like 360 kilometers per hour, you know? Like, I just don't feel like it's fitting. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, I think it kinda misses the mark a little bit. It's just funny. It's like you see the contrast. It's like, imagine playing, you know, that I've been playing I played Project Diva not that long ago. It's like playing the song named The First Sound over what's happening here. Yeah, that's very fitting indeed. Correct. Certainly fitting. The guys behind me had some accidents. What the fuck? Okay, I tried looking at the minimap and got very confused there. Seems that guy will win. I'm just gonna throw him a magnet, just to see if I can fish something out of him, but yeah, I think he has the victory. Will have to be a miracle, you know. Then I couldn't see that properly. But at least I'll get the second place. So not bad. At least compared to the previous race, that is not that bad. I'll take the second place. And keep in mind that all this money that we are getting is not useless, because if the idea is upgrading this car, you will need to have that. Also, hold up, here, yeah, these open events, we probably should hide them, though. Hold up, there is a drag event. Okay, hold up, I want to see how the drag event works, because I couldn't play a drag event before. Though I have no clue what's the button for shifting. Wait, it's shifting automatically. Okay, well, that's interesting. Cool, but what button do you even use to shift? I don't think it's any button that I have in the controller. Because like I'm trying to press and doesn't seem like it works. Unless it's the D-pad, but I don't think it's the D-pad. And you cannot configure the buttons here, so I have no clue which one it could possibly be. But then again, it's basically, as you would expect, the most wanted drag event that is whatever. It's what it is. It's basically works as you would expect it to. Oh yeah, this one is a hitbox-less race. At least we are back at normal music this time. That's nice. And those are some fucked up corners. And these are 2 laps. Yeah, I do wonder if I'll be able to get 1 win for class S1, because I wouldn't want to go to class S2 until I can at least win 1 event here. In fact, actually, you know what? I think that that's what I wanted to be the objective, because here I think that I could go to class S2 at any point. But I want the objective to be that, to be winning a class S1 event, and it's probably gonna take a while, so maybe it's not even gonna happen. I do hope it happens though. Those weren't bad corners, at least compared to what they did. They could overtake at any time. I think the biggest problem are essentially the fast corners. The fast corners are a problem for me. I don't do them fast at all. They do them fast. And the slow corners, they usually do them very slow. I don't do them hyper fast or anything like that, but I don't struggle like they do usually. I think that that's my biggest issue. It's quite ironic because it tends to be the opposite. Hold up. This might be the one. Nice. I guess the win came in quite early after all. Nice. feels nice. And this one was without power-up, so no excuses for them losing. I kind of want to check the oval, because theoretically this car is the fastest one in terms, well, or at least close to the fastest one in terms of top speed. But will it matter here? Because I have my doubts. I mean, doesn't seem like the handling will be necessary at all. Or will it? Maybe it will. No, it isn't. It's good enough. And at that point, obviously, the acceleration is worthless. Okay, no, okay, it's not good enough. You cannot go full speed here. So I guess the acceleration will be important for when you eventually have to reduce the speed, of course. We will see, though. It could be an interesting race. Could be. You already know what I consider an interesting race. It's an interesting race only if I win. So yeah, if I win, it's gonna be an interesting race, of course. How could it not be? Yeah, we will see. Well, there is one guy following pretty close. He's using the grass to go faster. So, just like me, I guess, but he's able to do it better, it seems. Yeah, as free as this is looking right now, you could lose it pretty quickly, and more importantly, the fact that there are 30 laps. So if there are 30 laps of 20 seconds each, that will mean that the whole race will be a mathematical problem. That's what it will be. Also, suddenly someone turned on the lights, huh? Okay, 20 seconds. Multiply by 30 will be 600 seconds. And 600 seconds is... Wait, 10 minutes? Really? Will it be that long? I guess it will. Huh. It was gonna be shorter. Guess I was wrong. 10 minutes, really? It has to be. I mean, 20 times 30 is 60. And 600... I mean, 30 times 20 is 600. And 600 seconds is 10 minutes, right? I mean, it's obvious, because you divide 600 by 10, you get 60, and 60 is the amount of seconds in a minute. So yeah, it is 10 minutes. Ah, fuck. I got distracted by thinking about minutes. Well, on the right side, unless I fuck up like I did there, I guess, this should be a victory. It's just that, you know, going through an oval is not, I guess, particularly exciting. But hey, at least this is a very good confirmation that this car is the fastest one of this category. Like, that speed, well, the fastest one in terms of top speed, obviously, that's what I mean. But I guess the Koenigsegg Agera in this game, differently from Need for Speed Shift, which I'm pretty sure that was... No, that wasn't its first appearance. Its first appearance, I think, was in Undercover, yeah. Well, in Undercover, I think it was whatever. I mean, I only used it on the Challenge series, but that game is so easy, you don't need a good car to beat it with. So I can only say for the one in Shift, and the one in Shift really should seem like inferior to the other top cars, so I think that this is the first time that the Koenigsegg is the real deal. is the top tier. Though, well, actually, when you are in the car purchase screen, like if you read one of the messages that show up, it say that you can check in the Discord in the channel Meta Cars to see which one is meant to be, well, meta, which one is worth spending money on. I don't know if this one is. It's just that here it just seems that doing like a logical thing. Like essentially it's basically the one that is worth the most money, that is also a normal car, and that it's at the top of the stats in S1 without upgrades. So and not to mention that the game also recommends it for S2, so there does not seem to be any reason to not get it, you know. Seems like it works quite well in that regard. Here we're gonna, well, at least we're more than halfway through. That's something. Now I wonder if with more handling this thing will actually do these corners without needing to go through the grass or decrease the speed. Because here essentially what makes you decrease the speed is the fact, or well, go through the grass is the fact that, yeah, you cannot steer that much. Yeah, that's fine. Though, maybe I'm stupid, but it doesn't feel like this is gonna take 10 minutes. Am I crazy? This feels like it's gonna take at most 5, but the mathematics don't lie. Like, it has to be 10 minutes. And I guess time goes by flying, just like this Koenigsegg right now. This Koenigsegg is also flying. And so far we lapped 2 cars, unless this is the exact same car I already lapped. Will be pretty funny. Oh, no, I think it's another one. The 2 cars lap. Sorry about that. And you kinda distracted me a little bit. I know that there are no hitboxes, but still distracts me seeing another car. So I just realized something. The UI is not really prepared to have that many laps. Where it says 23 out of 30 right now, the 30 is being cropped by the screen. So normally this game wouldn't have that many tracks, I guess. Laps. I think that this is probably a custom event, maybe, I don't know, maybe not. This is the 3rd car that is gonna be lapped. Unless again it's the first one that I lap. And yeah, this one is the first one that I lap. I remember the British flag there. Well, well done on getting lapped twice. I guess if you are not built for top speed, there's not much you can do. I wonder how much money you're gonna get at the end of this, because if the reward that you get from the events is defined by how long they are, this one so far has been the longest event that I did. And if that's the case, that will mean that... Oh, damn, someone spin in one of those corners. How the hell do you spin in an oval? Well, no, I mean, I know how you spin in an oval. That will be assuming it was either real life or a simulator where your tires are are deteriorated and you're trying to grip and you can't, but like this game doesn't work that way. What are you doing? Okay, how to close it out? So it is possible actually to neither go to the grass or manually slow down. So this is the final lap of a very long race that theoretically took 10 minutes, but I really don't feel like it took 10 minutes. Like with time warp or something, but I don't feel like this was 10 minutes. Whatever. On to the reward. What's gonna be the reward? I wonder. Yeah, and suddenly there are hitboxes. Well, actually not much. And that was pretty disappointing. That's the same amount of reward I will get from a very normal event. Well, it's fine. Alright, so to not get confused here... Wait, hold up. Oh, that is an open event. Interesting. Alright, so the ones I did... This was the last one I did, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, it is. So that means that I will have to do this one. Oh, and there is an official drag event. I think that's not the one I did last time. Alright, in that case, I guess I might as well do these events that are here and then level up to S2, since there aren't that many in the first place. Might as well. And I want to give all the classes an equal opportunity. And here we have a very brave Nissan Skyline trying to compete with the big boys. I respect that. That pickup truck came out of nowhere, god damn it. Absolutely cock by that pickup truck. Yeah, it's fine. Ooh, damn. The way the lining looks here is so cool, guys. It's pretty clear that depending on the zone you are, the lining and like the filter of the screen is completely different, right? And the filter on that bridge looks so good. It actually looks so good. I like this filter. I like the way this filter looks. Has like a very cold feeling to it. Like I'm not a, you know, a movie maker or anything like that. But I think that that's like a filter that has emphasis on blues tends to be the one that is referred to as a cold filter, like a cold temperature filter. And if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to films, it's usually the kind of color that gets used to represent countries like Russia. I think. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass and I'm completely wrong, but I think that's how it works. Like, I'm no filmmaker, nor I have any interest on being one. I don't think there is any industry that I am less interested than the movie industry. Well, no, there are others that I'm obviously way less interested in. Movies are very high up there, I guess. This? Yeah, thanks a lot for that. At least this might be a third place, could be worse. Oh, what the hell? Wait, what just happened? I think I... Well, that sucks, but... It's like I drifted. I was going so fast that the car drifted out of the track. Was pretty weird. But sure, why not, I guess. Okay, so we got that. Then we have some more events. Yeah. Wanna do them all. Then go to S2. Well, and the problem of going to S2 is that you will probably need a lot of very valuable upgrades to be able to get into the top of S2, like to get to 1,000 or close to that. You will probably need a lot. Would have been worse. Yeah, like that guy, for example. Wait, this is a pretty fast sprint, I just realized. We're already halfway through. Oh. Oh. Too bad for that guy. It's what I say before, it seems like the slower corners, they don't take them very well. But the faster corners they do. It's an interesting behavior of the AI. That's a second place, not bad. I'll take it. That was a very short race. And the rewards basically go with that. Wait, was it this one? Or was it this one? Which one did I just do? I think I just did this one, right? I think it was, yeah. So that means that I should do this one. Well, you also have this team escape. I could try a team escape just to see, but... I mean, like, I still have not beaten a single team escape, you know? That's pretty sad. So I would like to, if it's possible. Wait, hit level 6? I know that we are in class S1, but holy fuck. Regional command? So what's the next hit level gonna be? Like, international capture or something? It's hard to tell. Bro, you suck of shit. Oh, and that's the wrong power up. I keep forgetting because I basically have each one in a different place. But the one that matters here is the one in 2. That's the one where you do a shockwave to shoot them away, basically. Example here, well, not yet. Yeah. But at least here, since these cars are faster, you will want to... Oh, fuck me. You will want to think that... that escaping will also be faster. What the fuck? Okay, the respawn saved my ass. But for some reason my car... Yeah, I think there is an issue with this game. That is, if you are holding the accelerator and you respawn, it does not count as accelerating. So you will have to lift, like, basically let it go and then press it again. Oh, that sucks. 'Cause I don't have the flat tire thing recover yet, though. Even with all my tires being flat, this thing still goes at 100, like 60 kilometers per hour. Holy shit. I kinda got stuck there, though. Yeah, you're gonna get fucked. Be careful with the choice of words. I agree. I agree. That's the last track that you get. Honestly, I don't know how you're intended to beat any of these events. Oh yeah, and yet again with the fucking throttle. Just that it's hard to actively think about it. Like the fact that you're gonna respawn and you hold the accelerator because you're like, well, I'm about to go back to the action. I have to be accelerating, but no, that's not the way it works. Okay. So saying spike strip detected, I don't think it's very useful, because I'm seeing that message constantly, so if it wasn't there, it wouldn't make a difference, you know? A spike strip was detected or not, yeah, who cares? It's always there, there's always a spike strip detected. Okay. At least for now, well, that sucks. Yeah, that does suck. And since I have a flat tire, I don't think I'm surviving this, but we will see. Had to use some power-ups, but yeah, I'm fucked. Yeah, even using Shagger now. You know, I just have to assume that these events are basically impossible. Like, I assume they are impossible and that's it. Wait, these things rotated. I guess it's because the hour changed, because now there is a drag event right here. Oh, I could do it, I guess. Might as well. Yeah, I think that they maybe rotate every hour. It's just that I still don't understand how the drag events work. Like, how do you shift manually? Like, this is all happening automatically. So maybe they make it so it is automatic and you only have to worry about lanes and dodging shit. Which honestly is not a bad thing, because that's really the hardest thing about drag events. Dodging, not shifting. Shifting, if anything, is like more of a distraction, you know? Wait, that was third place? That looked like bronze. It's pretty weird. So yeah, these are all different events, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one I do. We'll do this one, for example. I'm gonna do, since now they fully switched, I think I'm gonna do like this one and 2 more events, and then go to class S2. And that's supposed to be the fastest that it's gonna get. It will not get any faster than that. That will be nice. I mean, a corner like that is pretty hard to do anything about it. You have a jump into a full slow corner, like what are you doing? It's fine. It also seems like a relatively long race. pretty crazy how on the oval this thing look so dominating, and here it's very heavily struggling. It does what it can, but you know, cannot do much with what it has. Oh, was there a shortcut there? No. No, there wasn't. That's the Pagani Huayra, right? The one right ahead of me. I think it is. Yeah, this one will be complicated to win. Well, complicated? No, I probably should say impossible. It's not gonna happen though. At least I wonder if I can get a good result. Judging by the distance right now, probably not. Most likely not. Okay, so this one, yeah, this one was the one with the champ. I don't think there's any way to properly prepare for that corner. You're just gonna do it slow no matter what. Yeah, here these guys are beating me by a lot. I wonder how much it's gonna change when the handling really goes higher. It's gonna be an extreme change, or if I'm still gonna get my ass kicked. It's hard to tell. I hope at least it's a big change. Well, not just to win, but also to be able to take the corners a lot more easily. Because right now there are some corners that at least I break a lot, I'm not getting them. And I mean, that's gonna happen with some corners regardless of how good the handling is. But some other corners, like for example this one, like if the handling was a little bit better, that will not happen. A corner like that, no matter how good the handling is, you're not gonna do it. Unfortunately, that's gonna be a very sad second to last place. Oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, I did say that I will do two more events in this category, and I will. Got some elite breaks. Okay, so we could do the ones that actually have power-ups. Like we could do this penitentiary circuit and then that one on the bottom left, and then on to S2, and then, well, close it out there. Yeah, that will be the idea. Already showing the magnet. Man, these shortcuts are crazy. That's also such a fast shortcut as well. God damn it, dude. How are those allowed to exist? It was such a good start and it went to shit in a matter of seconds for missing one fucking shortcut. Pretty cool. It's fine. What is going on here? A lot of destruction. That's what's going on. These shortcuts are not that big of a deal. Well, that one actually was a big deal, but no, the biggest deal is the one that comes around here. I have to be looking at the minimap because if I didn't see it normally, I'm not gonna see it again either. So where did that happen? Where was it? What will I miss? Will I have missed, I mean? Okay, it's there. So it's basically like... You have to go right. Yeah, I mean, if you're just casually looking at it, and yeah, not to mention that shortcut, which is also part of a bigger set of shortcuts, is pretty much like the best shortcut in Most Wanted. So yeah, it makes sense that that's what made me pretty much start losing the race. That's the last effort I can do. It didn't go very well. Damn it. To top it off, finish with a traffic car. Pretty cool. Alright. Let me do one more. And then on to S2. Okay, let's do this one. It would be nice to end it with a win, though. At least I already won, like, I think a couple of S1 events, so I guess that's good enough, but it would have been nice to do better, I guess. Someone use the magnet. The magnet, honestly, I remember when I played this game on the official server, I feel like the magnet was a lot worse. Worse in the sense that it was a lot better at attracting cars. So I wonder if they nerf it here or maybe I'm misremembering, because I mean it's been so long that I could easily be misremembering, but who knows. These guys are hitting the traffic a lot, and that time they didn't even have a magnet attached to them. They have no excuse. What the hell? That's because of the magnet of the other guy. He left that car in the middle of the road like it's nothing. Oh, what are you doing, Nissan? Come on. Okay. Oof, almost hit the middle. That was the worst thing you could have done there. Are you kidding me, dude? Can you stop crashing against everything? I'm deploying everything. Probably not gonna win, but at least I make sure that I tried all of it. You know, well, at least it's a podium finish, so could have been worse. Alright, so I guess now it's time for S2. Not sure how far into S2 I can get though. There's first a reward to claim. What's this? Okay, sure. So, jump to safe house, and here we're gonna be affecting the performance a little bit. Well, I can use the things I already have. Damn, that elite suspension. Wasn't expecting to have things this good. And yes, you can go beyond 1,000, actually. I mean, it's probably not worth it at that point, but you can. You definitely can. Holy shit. Alright, so at that point we could get all 5 stars of each thing, right? And specifically things that affect handling will be very good. But I don't really have... Ironically, everything that I have, well, except for the force induction here, is things that I already have. But okay, hold up. The most expensive upgrades... Oh, the problem is that 5 stars are actually extremely expensive. And not just a little bit, like... You're gonna dump all of your budget into that. I'm not sure exactly why though. It seems that it's a very, very small gain. I guess any gain is, you know, good here. Though, hold up. I think that the best thing I could go for is tire, since it's what will affect handling. I could go at least for like a 4 stars one, I guess. Isn't there one that decreases top speed? No, it seems that this one decreases acceleration. Not a fan of that. We want to decrease top speed since I have so much, but no, it seems that the ones they decrease is acceleration, so I could get this one, I guess. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe it's a waste to do it like this, but I wouldn't know. Miscellaneous, do you have... No, I have no clue what you're supposed to do in miscellaneous, but something, I guess. Alright, and for transmission, we'll get another one of this, I guess. Yeah, thankfully, a lot of this also affect handling very well, so we could get this one, for example. Still probably not gonna be close to 1,000, but it's fine. The problem here is that if I go for engine or turbo, is that, well, the first thing is that I'm not gonna have enough money for both. How much money is it right now? Oh, like 1 million, okay. Yeah, I can essentially only get one more with what I have. After a dive in the happiest place on earth, I might pick NFS hit. Nice. Well, that's one of the last ones. So yeah, seems like it could be a right choice indeed. Well, enjoy it. I will get to that one eventually, not yet though. Yeah. It will come, that's for sure. It's like we'll get this one. Yeah, that's like I cannot use more money than this one here. At least it increased both the handling and the acceleration. Also could change the paint, I guess. Not sure with what though. Maybe something. Well, yeah, I don't really know which color to use. Like, I don't dislike the color that it already has. Oh, this one looks pretty cool, actually. And there are two of them. But it seems like the red you cannot change. But I don't dislike the way this one looks. And will this one have any aftermarket parts? Probably not. Well, you can install some of the spoilers I have, but these spoilers you cannot change the color, it seems. So like that black spoiler will be black no matter what. Well, no, it's probably because it's a carbon one, but this one, since it's not carbon, you don't. But at the same time, the one I have, I think it's fine. How does this one look like again? Nah, it doesn't seem like it fits very well. And then I don't think it has anything else. No, indeed, it's basically gonna look like this. Well, you can change the license plate, but I won't. Yeah, let's make it like this, I guess. I like it. So, how... Now, the real question here is how hard am I gonna get my ass kicked? Because chances are that the answer is a lot, but I wouldn't know until I see it. So let's see. They are supposed to be the fastest cars in the game, you know? And I'm not really that close to having the highest stats, so we will see. Oh, the handling is obviously a lot better right now. But yeah. It matters how better it is for my opponents. And see, one of them already showed up. Oh, what the hell? And, yeah, and I'm already being left in last place just like that. It's pretty fucked up. Yeah, that seems to be the case, actually. I wasn't expecting anything less. Though, at least I hope I can win at least one race of S2. If I can win a race of S2, I think that will be considered a victory for me. Pretty much. I'm not sure if that will be the case or not. At this rate it won't, clearly. At this rate it certainly will not. Here that we are in a more straight highway, I wonder how the top speed compares to them. And most likely the top speed is not the issue. Okay, yeah, pretty nice. So you know that this track didn't look this fucked up in the preview, right? It almost looked like it was gonna be a track that is mostly straight with some corners, but no. Have some messed up shit in here. Yeah, thanks for getting in the way, bro. I appreciate it. Wow. straight to the middle. Very cool. Okay, we could add a magnet to the guy that is in first place. That is... Oh! Well, I didn't even need a magnet, actually. I guess that was kind of a waste of magnet. I mean, at this point, I'm not really worried about wasting power-ups. Because regardless of if you get a lot or not, this is the part that it matters the most. So he got another magnet. Yeah, the guys behind crashed so badly that they are not gonna catch up, but yeah, this guy, on the other hand, seems like he's doing his own thing. Oh, he had trouble here though. He got stuck. Then I'm gonna end up winning. No way. That's like the fakest win ever. Like, I won because everyone else is a moron. Well, nice. I mean, I guess it's a matter of perspective. We can just say that we are very smart, I guess. Oh, and we got a... That's a cool looking spoiler, I guess. So, what's this? Challenge circuit. Should I go there? What's this? No traffic, okay. Well, I could test. But, hold up. I'm not sure about the... Oh wait, it's one of those that you are on your own. So hold up, no. I guess the whole point of this challenge is to go against other people, right? But are there even other people here? I wonder. Well, apparently. It's just that I hope, like, unlike yesterday, I don't have to wait. Like, this is the reason why yesterday I didn't do any multiplayer event, and I'm probably not gonna do it now either, because they just take way too long to start. Like, that's the issue. Like, either because of the server or because of something, they should stay there. It doesn't seem like in terms of... Oh, there's a lot of acceleration. This one is mostly half and half. Oh, it seems like it started okay. Well, it started against only one person, like the guy with the Bugatti. Alright, so let's see how it goes. This is my first multiplayer race. This guy's smoking fire. There are also no power-ups here. They are well, I don't know if there is hitbox, but certainly no power-ups. So let's see how it goes. So far he's kinda kicking my ass, and considering that there is no traffic, it's not like you're gonna get, you know, like you could get the chance that he's gonna crash somewhere. I mean, unless he crashes on a shortcut or a place like that, it's not gonna matter much. It seems that he's just doing a lot faster here. Well, I guess that as a multiplayer experience is more or less what I was expecting. Getting my ass kicked. And this is, by the way, a very long race. Like, it's only at 20-something% now. So, I'm not sure if I want to go... I mean, I feel like here quitting will be rude. But this is very clearly a defeat, you know, like I'm not winning this one no matter what I do, so it's one of those things that yeah, doesn't seem like it makes much sense to keep going, but yeah, I'll do it simply out of courtesy. That is a lot worse than I thought. I thought it was gonna be at least a little bit more balanced, but no. Just straight up getting my ass kicked. Just like that. And well, at least I hope that at the end... Oh, actually, I think that... Well, I'm not sure if it say that you will get any reward, because I remember seeing that it said 0 when it came to money and reputation, but maybe it meant the requirement to enter, not that there is no reward. Maybe there is no reward. I guess at least we can say that we did one race online on what's supposed to be an MMO, so that's cool, you know. But it's a race that ended the way I thought it was gonna end, on an utter defeat. Though stat-wise it didn't really look that much better than my card, so I guess it's simply way better as a player. It is the way it is. You see, it seems that, especially what the AI has shown me, is that I'm simply not good at this game. It seems that it requires a level that I'm not at. Like, it certainly is not casual like a lot of the previous Need for Speed games. Like, here you gotta drive well. It's not just against other players, but against the CPU itself, you know. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, very crushing difference and crushing defeat. Yeah, it certainly helps if you do that. And when someone ends the event, you have a minute to end it. Will be especially humiliating if I don't manage to end the event in a minute. No, I think I should be able to. Yeah. I guess that's the multiplayer experience. I hope you enjoyed it, because you are not seeing it again. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, 23 seconds of difference is certainly something. Well, you can see that his car is barely different in terms of stats. Like, it does have more acceleration and slightly more top speed, but yeah, I guess it is what it is. Woog member. Not sure what that is, but sure. And I got reward. And what's this? Well, probably someone added me as a friend. Whatever. So, let me... Well, with that, I could purchase the only... Well, I could do one more event to get to 600. So that way I could purchase the... Wait, which one did I do already? Did I do this one? I don't think I did. Maybe... No, I only did one event. Well, aside from that challenge that we just did, the multiplayer. I have such an issue with the word multiplayer, because I should say multiplier, like as multiplying something. But no, it's multiplayer, not player. You're not multiplying anything. You're multiplying the amount of losses you have, I guess. Aside from that, it's about player, not playing. It's hard. English is hard. English is hard. Yeah. It happens. And still with the supposedly good handling that this thing has, it still struggles a lot to do some corners that I feel it shouldn't be struggling that much. At least, you know what I think about is the Need for Speed Undercover. In Undercover, even with like the lowest tier of cars, I remember with the Lotus Elise that I managed to do corners at full speed that were not fast corners precisely. I mean, it's likely that the physics here should work differently and that's it, but yeah. It seems that you cannot steer that aggressively. Okay, that's the second lap. Or rather, it will be the second lap. It also seems like the AI does not use any other power-up that is not magnet and the turbo thingy. Well, the one that I also have right now, I could use if I wanted. It's one of those things that you don't want to use on corners. You want to use like here. They only use magnet and this thing, and nothing else. The problem is that I don't like that power up precisely because of that. Because I never know when it's gonna end, so I anticipate and I steer the wrong place, obviously, as I'm anticipating the power up to end. You see, the power up reverses your steering at the, you know, with the reward of making you go faster. But that's not very important when you can not save time because you're crashing against walls, obviously. Okay, this might still be a... Wow, nice block. Okay, only one more shot. Come on! And I got cucked by the same shit. I really should remove that power up from... yeah. In fact, I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna remove that power up right away. It's completely worthless. Like, yeah, it's obviously useful for the AI that doesn't have to worry about reversal controls, but not for me. So I'm just removing it. Like, you are out. You are completely out. I'm not sure which other one to put. But yeah. I mean, I haven't really seen most of this. I guess I could put Slingshot, the same one I have. Wait. Oh, drag and drop to get more? And how much does it cost? Oh, that's pretty low, I guess. Yeah, that's something. Oh, and in Team Escape, if I want to do this one again... Oh, can you add... yeah, this one. Reset the cooldown of your power-up. So if you can use that, I will prefer that instead of some shit like Shagger now that is completely useless in Team Escape. Well, it's not useless, but it's really not that good. Alright, and with this money I could get a turbo, which is the only part I'm missing essentially. So I could get something like this, I guess. So it seems that according to the guys that I met, you should go for acceleration mostly. So here, with only 1% of difference, might as well go for this one, right? It seems that you're wasting money unnecessarily. Yeah, let's go for this one. I still doubt that it's gonna be much different, but we could check. Alright, so that's the one I did. Well, I could try this team escape. In fact, it's the only one that shows up here. Like, I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked like in every single time that I attempted to do it. Or maybe, you know, maybe this one is the one, surely. Well, at least actually the difference here is a lot. The distance is a lot smaller than it used to be in other events. Though, I think that's because they condensed the entirety of the difficulty in this very small place. Seems that they are already going crazy. Like, look at that. How many roadblocks were that? Like 6? Maybe even more than 6. Oh, and this is hit level 7. Didn't even know there was a hit level 7. Well, there was a hit level 7 in Most Wanted in one of the challenges, but in that game it basically just meant that every car was replaced by an SUV. Doesn't seem like it means that in this game though. In this game it's basically just you're gonna get your ass kicked. Now, surprisingly, for now, I'm also the guy that is the furthest of the team. So that's nice. Huh. Eat shit, morons. That's pretty cool. Pretty movie-like when you have those guys chasing you and they crash over a roadblock. That's bad though. Ah, fuck. No. Okay. Also, it seems that I'm the only one that is using items for the team, because apparently these items that I'm using are used by the whole team, but it doesn't seem like my team is really watching over me. And I got busted. That's very shitty though. The fact that you can get mounted on top of a patrol car and there's nothing you can do about it is like... It's so stupid, right? Whatever. I should have used the thing that removes the delay, but since I have some strikes to go, I didn't want to waste it. I probably should have used it. It's whatever. Ouch. Can keep flying. Problem. What the hell? Okay. Is that truck part of the operation? I don't think it is. Ah, shit. Okay. I save your ass. Oh, that's a Ferrari. It's one of the classic Ferraris. I always forget the name. It's F10 or something like that. Probably not F10, but it's a very classic Ferrari. Good shit. A lot of flying. This one, I mean, I'm very close and I still have one more strike to get, so this might actually be the first team escape event that I win. Probably spoke too soon. Now it's fine, it's fine. No worries. It would be nice if the meter went back down. Yeah, there you go. Also, do you get all the cost to the state that you accumulate? I guess that will be wild. Just getting 1 million for free. A nice barrel roll, by the way. It's still seconds remaining. So yeah, 1 minute. Is that enough though? Looks like it should be, because we are 1 kilometer away right now, but will it be enough? And more importantly, does everyone have to escape? Interagency task force. Well, I made it. Nice. That's the first team escape I did. Can you believe that? And what's the reward for doing that? You have some reputation, but no, essentially. Like, you get a cash depending on what you did, but it's obviously not the cost to stay. Like, those millions obviously not gonna be like that. But yeah, it's not worth it, because if you fail you don't get anything, and at the same time there is also the issue that the rewards are pretty much the same as a regular race, except that this one takes way longer, right? But you already gave me that Magatama spoiler before. It's fine. These are all missions that that happen for the first time, because it's the first time I did an event like that. Alright. Was this the next one? I think it was, right? Because this is the one that I did before, I think, so should be this one. And there aren't that many S2 events right now, though. When the hour changes, I think that they are all gonna rotate. At least this... Nice. I was gonna say this car is relatively decent at keeping up, at least. Oh. According to YouTube, the stream cut off for a little bit. Well, not like you're missing anything, really. I'm not doing anything different than what I did since yesterday, so... So that was a very big tire. Also, speaking of big, this is a very big race. Like, we're only at 13%, then, okay. Well, it makes sense that the longer you go, like, the more rough it's gonna be to actually finish an event, since they are the ones that give you the most money, but then that's a lot of money. A lot of money, no, well, maybe it is a lot of money, but I mean, it's a lot of time for the event, really. First place we have a Bugatti, and the Bugatti is the same car that the guy that I race against used to beat me. So, yeah, I guess the Bugatti is my natural enemy. It's possible. To be fair, the Bugatti is supposed to be one of those supercars that I never really liked the way it looked. I always thought it looked like a very dumb car. Supposed to be like, yeah, one of the most luxurious cars in the world and all of that. I mean, if I wanted a luxurious car, a Ferrari or a Lamborghini are way better looking. Not sure performance-wise, but the way they look, especially Lamborghini, it's like, come on. And here even the car I'm using, the Koenigsegg, even those to me look prettier than the Bugatti. Well, when I say the Bugatti, I mean the Bugatti Veyron. They release more models, but I am not familiar with them. Slingshot seems to be the most important power-up for when you crash and you want to recover the speed. I guess, I mean, that's precisely the point of Slingshot, that... fuck you. That you get your acceleration back. Well, your acceleration back. You should get more acceleration, right? To get your speed back. That's the point. Now we're on the lead, but this guy is also here. You're getting a little bit too much in the way, mister. Okay. I'm gonna use an nitro, I guess. Sack of shit. Alright. I'm gonna go all in. Team, and that was actually enough to win right at the end. Just for, like, that was a pay-to-win victory. Just use all the power-ups available at the end. Well, it's an event that allows power-ups, okay? So yeah. Not my fault. Alright, so then we have a drag race and 5 more events that are probably gonna rotate by the time we get into them. Will be nice to win at least one drag race. It's just that I feel like it's very weird the way it works. Like the fact that it automatically does the shift, and if there is a way to manually do them, I have no clue what button it could possibly be. It just ends up being weird, and at that point obviously turns into a dodging game. Well, at least this one I won by quite a lot, so nice. So I guess we can also say that I beat a drag race event. Wait, did I really get 0 rewards, or is that I skipped too early? I feel like I got 0 rewards from that then. What a... Oh shit, what the hell am I looking at? Hold up, 25 kilometers? How much was the previous one? Damn, that one is even longer. In that case, let me do this one. Oh, that one is actually even longer, never mind. Is there a shorter track here available? Well, I guess that one. Because see, I also want to try one of these no power-up races and see if I can win them. I didn't get the jump start. Yeah, here there's not gonna be any nitro, any slingshot, any nothing to carry your sorry ass. So yeah, you gotta put in the work yourself. Wow, what the hell? Look at... Did you see that? That guy is out of control. How did he do the corner like that? Maybe that's one of those cars that has like 1,000 handling. It's possible. Yeah, he took the corner with 0 issues. No problems at all. Are you kidding me? Since when one of those obstacles actually slows you down? Come on. I'm actually being slowed down by everything right now. I kinda know that we're gonna reach the guys in first and second. Probably not. to mention I keep losing possessions. So yeah. Kinda doubt that anything's gonna happen. Well, anything positive, yes. I mean, I can keep losing possessions, yeah. And those guys are already that far. Man, okay, these obstacles are not making any sense. They weren't a problem before, why are they a problem now? Guess if there are no power-ups to carry, there's not much you can do here. You're kinda screwed. Really, dude? What the hell? So there were some bonuses before that allow me to get allow me to get more reward when an event ended, but the thing is that apparently those went away. Maybe they are related to the fact that I created the driver yesterday, so you get the bonuses for just starting, I guess. Alright, well, that fucking sucks so much. 18 seconds behind, nice. Pretty good to see that without power-ups, that's what the result is. Very nice. Pretty cool. Yeah, that is a problem. I could try this one, but it seems that without power-ups to carry, I'm not able to do much. Yeah, man, I keep missing the jump start. Fuck. Come on, dude. Get a grip. This fucking shortcuts, dude. Every single time with these fucking shortcuts. And especially in a race like this, that completely ruins it because you cannot do anything. there are no power-ups to carry your ass, so... Alright. Plus I don't want to do a long-ass race. I guess this one doesn't seem that long, but yeah. I guess we can make this one the last one. Not sure though. I mean, I would want to end with a win, if it's possible. Wait, what's going on? Wait, my car was just jumping there by itself. I guess he didn't like the fact that I said this is gonna be the last one. Well, come on, I cannot stream forever. Streams have a limit. No, I cannot be streaming 24/7. I feel like the car was throwing a tantrum or some shit. Pretty funny. Okay. Well, the Porsche did a funny thing there. Wait, is this really a shotgun? I guess it is. Alright. Someone crashed. I really would have liked to win a no power up race, but it's not really looking possible. The opponents just seem like they go naturally faster, and they could make mistakes like they already did in some other opportunities, but I don't think they will. You could say, well, at least you are not in last place, but the guys that are in the last places are always opponents that will never get any better than that. Those opponents are not there to compete, they are simply there to not make you feel that bad. They don't have any winning chance. So pretty much this is like the real last place here. Well, more people are crashing. I think someone respawned there even. But you can see that these guys can make mistakes, but you have to rely on that to win. Well, or at least I have to rely on that to win. Because with this car I cannot beat them. I guess I will have to do one more power up race, because with this this ain't gonna... Oh, fuck, why did I follow you? This ain't gonna turn into even a podium finish here, so yeah. But I could also see if the events got refreshed because of the hour change or not. I don't know. I do wonder if the cars that these guys are using, like, if I could drive them, what will be the result? Well, not really the result, but rather if it will feel different or not. Like if they will feel super fast, or they will just feel similar to this, and you know, you just basically gotta be a better driver. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking how it will be. That was a horrible result. Absolutely horrible. Can you even see? Yeah, you can see the cars they are driving. Well, some of these cars are even slower than the one I'm driving. At least according to this, you know? Well, in fact, I will say the majority of them have cars that are clearly slower than the one I'm doing. Well, worse in every way, in every stat. The only exception this being this Lotus. It's a Lotus. Oh no, it's not a Lotus. It's the Hennessy Venom. Well, that's the only exception, but every other one is a worse car than mine. So I guess it really is at the end of the day skill issue, huh? So that means that the skill ceiling of this game is very high. Actually, I mean, not because I'm bad at it, but because you really can get a lot more complex. Okay, I'm gonna do this event as the final one. I mean, it would be nice to win it, but not sure if that's gonna happen. But I'm just gonna end it with something. It was at least a nice experience. I mean, if I were to get good at the game, I guess it will be nice to oh, wait a second. Is this another one of those with a ridiculous shortcut, or what's going on here? Because no one got here where I am. Like, what are you doing? Didn't even look like there was another path, but apparently there was. Okay, that's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, there is another path. Wait, are these two completely different paths until the end of the race, or what? Probably not. Yeah, I guess the path they took was probably faster, but this is an extreme separation, right? Like the fact that we are still not together. Maybe it is the way I say, like the fact that it goes on until the end of the race. Well, I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I'm gonna reset because I will want to race against them, you know? But then that's very weird. So yeah, it's essentially like that. You have two completely separate lanes. Yeah, that's like the most ridiculous expression of shortcut possible, you know? There are a lot of ridiculous shortcuts in this game, but that's the pinnacle of bullshit. Alright, so instead of going left, you go right. Well, it would be nice if you let me. Alright, can we do this event in a normal way, please? Like, I'm just trying to do an event. You're not letting me, you know? Like, could it be that we should do it normally? It seems that this event is anything but normal. Just let me enter. And you almost didn't let me. Sack of shit. Okay, but at least now we're on the same page. So, let's see how that goes. Maybe it's actually a normal race now. Was about time it was. Should have used the brakes, mister. What the fuck? Ooh, that's a rough corner. For example, right there, the magnet did absolutely nothing with that track, despite the fact that it was right next to me. Okay, so now is when the paths go back to normal, I think. So it's not for the whole race, but it's for quite a long time, I guess. Another magnet. have someone getting quite close. Well, that was also pretty close. That traffic. Oh, another pad split. Well, I'm picking right. Can this guy also pick right? Because I mean, they pick right on the first one, so might as well pick it on the second one as well. There seems to be another quite long pad split here. Like, in fact, I don't think it's re-showing yet, so it's a very awkward track. A very awkward race. Yes. The track, if you just block like one of the two axes, it will be a normal track, but yeah, I guess they didn't. Ah, shame that well, I'm gonna add a magnet on my own, see how you like that. Well, that didn't do shit. If it didn't do shit in the highway, it's not gonna do shit anywhere. Ah, shit. Yeah, this is gonna be a second place. Well, at least better than whatever it could have been, I guess. Yeah, a little bit weak. But I'll take it, I guess. I mean, I already did win, I think, 2 races of S2, so... It's just that I really would like to end it with a win, you know? Like, it feels bad ending it without a win, but if I do that, I will be here until a very long time. Well, we could check what the randomizer has. As long as it's a short track, though for some reason here it doesn't tell you how short the track is, so I don't know if this one is short. Doesn't look short, but I'll try this one, I guess. It would be nice to end with a victory, but I won't promise anything, because if that's the case, we will be streaming until tomorrow, and that's not a good idea, of course. Wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, we will see how it goes. Wow, nice. Nice. Thanks, truck. Actually useful. Yeah, the magnet really seems to be one of the most unreliable power-ups possible. It does what it wants when it wants it. Oh shit. They all try to go for a shortcut. One of those shortcuts that barely even cuts any time. But it's very dangerous to do, so clearly not worth it. It doesn't seem like they measure the risk reward. Okay. Now we get the magnet. You see right there, the magnet made that guy like approach a little bit, but it stopped immediately. I think it also has to do with what the AI of the traffic car itself does. Like, if it's a traffic car that is moving, it will move towards you with the magnet. But if it's a car that stopped, like it fully brake, I think it won't follow you. And it makes sense, it's just that a lot of these guys brake on their own, so at that point it's like the magnet is a little bit useless if it has such a high failure rate, right? We have one opponent pretty close here, but the other ones will get close later. Make no mistake. Ah, shit. I can use both. Oh, and on top of that, I also have the magnet then. It's looking like I just have the Super Saiyan 3 aura or something. With all this shit. And yeah, something tells me that other path was faster. Cool. I'm throwing a magnet, but doesn't seem like it's gonna do much. I mean, it should in a highway like this, but yeah. Not really seen that the magnet does what it wants. Lots of shit's flying around. Both power-ups, unfortunately not enough to win. Was enough to get third place though. But yeah, it seems that without power-ups I really cannot deal with these guys. Damn it. I will keep trying. I really want to get a win before finishing. I really do. It's just that it's very hard to tell which ones I already did. Damn, look at that track. I'm definitely not doing that. It's pretty nice. Also, there seem to be a lot of tracks in general. The amount of events there are. Let's try this Francis Tunnel. I just want a win. I have an American car right next to me. Well, it's a Chevrolet Corvette. It is indeed quite American. The opponents here is called Turbo Freak. Some of the names are pretty interesting. In fact, yesterday I was watching like... Come on, dude. What the hell was that? No, yesterday I was watching the replay and essentially one of the name of the opponents was Milshed. Yeah, like that's the name with nothing else, just called Milshed. Pretty weird to call yourself Milshed, but hey, why not, I guess. You feel like it. And these are supposed to be like NPC names, like not like these are users putting these names. No, like these are generated by the game itself. Yeah, pretty weird name to generate, I guess. But sure, why not? Essentially, the way Slingshot here works is what I'm assuming that you want on a car normally. Like you want the car to have that type of beastly acceleration instead of the one I currently have, you know. Oh wait, you cannot use both the Slingshot and the Nitros at the same time, but I was sure you could. Didn't I do that last time? It's either the Slingshot or the Nitros, huh? Well, I didn't know that. Yet again I got into the podium, but... yeah, and these cars that are worse ended up winning. Well, and it tells you which power-ups they use. I mean, most of them use magnet. Some of them actually use the nitro. And well, that's me using a lot of shit and still losing. But yeah. The problem is that, yeah, if I keep doing one more like this, it's never gonna end, dude. What about this one? Rosewood. Wait, didn't I already do this one? Rosewood Circuit. It sounds... The name sounds familiar. I feel like I probably did do it. But we will see. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Who knows? I feel like I most likely did this one. Maybe not in this particular speed class, but I do feel like I did this one at some point. On the right side, there's not gonna be a lot of braking, I guess. Wait, no one went for the shortcut? Okay, never mind. They went for the second one, not for the first one. Yeah, I feel like you could have gone for the first one too. Guess they just didn't feel like it. It seems to be a track that is mostly about, you know, highway top speed. And yet again I took the wrong turn. So it doesn't look like it's the wrong turn until you realize that no one else is taking it, you know? It didn't look like the wrong turn when I decided to go there, but yeah, it is. You wanna go left instead of right. Okay. I mean, considering that it doesn't have that many corners, it's still pretty doable. We will see though. Dude. Okay, I'm using slingshot. Okay, here it's essentially relatively similar to the oval challenge. The top speed is the most important thing, right? Okay, take the shortcut. Oh, I guess that's why they don't take the shortcut on the first one, because of that champ. It makes sense, yeah. Like a champ like that is clearly a worse idea than not taking it. I'm gonna try a magnet on this guy, but really, dude? It's gonna be another third place, it seems, at this rate. Yes, it most likely is. Well, I guess it's just gonna be third place after all. Damn it, dude. Well, considering that it's Friday, I can allow myself to just keep going until I get a win, but it really feels like this is gonna turn into a marathon. It really feels like it. Oh, this is an interesting one. Seems to be one of the early IDs. Oh, and if I get one more perfect start, I get I get an achievement. Or, well, that's what it says. Where is my achievement? I don't know where it is. Maybe I got scammed. It's possible. It's very possible. That's the Pagani Sonda. The one that so far seems to be the Need for Speed final boss. I'm really curious. Well, I think I already said it before, but the more modern Need for Speed games, which car they are gonna have as the final boss, right? Wow, that guy almost made me crash against an intersection. Would have been pretty bad. Okay, well, the Sonda crash against traffic. Pretty nice of you. So, you know what? I don't know if the preview is accurate with how the races actually are, I guess. I feel like a lot of these races in the preview don't look like they are nearly as long as they actually are when you get into the race. But I guess it's hard to tell simply by looking at the layout of the track. I don't know. Shit. Yeah, man, another Bugatti, man, I swear. This Bugatti fucks. A pretty nice shortcut. Alright. Instead that Bugatti, unless it crashes like the Sonda, I don't think we're gonna see him again. And he could crash, of course, but I don't know. Like, he overtook extremely fast. Well, you can see it in the minimap at least, it's not that far. Okay. Nice traffic hit. Nice that I also got distracted for it. Very hard to not get distracted seeing a car flying, you know? Like, how cool you not get distracted? Right, so in the next pad split, the fast lane is the right way, and that guy tried to change and it didn't work. Yeah, unfortunately the Bugatti, but he's so far away, it's crazy. Like, extremely far away. He's not giving away any time. Already throw him a magnet, and the only thing that could stop him is getting stuck on the final shortcut. Aside from that, he ain't stopping. Not to mention, I probably could get stuck in the final shortcut. You know, to mention, I couldn't even see it. Damn it, and that wasn't even the fucking podium, dude. Impeccable time. Oh yeah, that's for the perfect start. Alright, look. This otherwise will go very far, so I'll choose one more event, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't, you know? Wait, only one more. Not more than that. Yeah, I mean, at least I did win a couple times, but only a couple times. Like, it's crazy. Like, this AI, I don't know if it was like this in the original game or if it's boosted here on the server, but this is so far the hardest AI. Oh, that was a bad start, didn't it? No, I saw the shortcut and I still didn't make the association. God damn it. That was bad. This is also, compare at least to the previous one, a relatively short track. You know, this, if anything, is looking like a very convincing last place. We will see. Oh, and flying cars. These are some extremely messed up corners for cars like this. Okay. Oh, they didn't take the shortcut, really? No way. I guess that's why they don't take the shortcut. That's why. Damn, that was so disappointing. Fuck. Isn't there a way to restart? No, there is no way to restart the event. The problem is I don't remember which one it was. I mean, well, the random event lets you go one by one, but I'm not sure how long I'm gonna take to reach it. It was like 100 something here, like one of these. Actually, it might have been one of those date and something. Or maybe this one. I think it probably was this one, but I don't know. But then they didn't take the shortcut because it's possible that you simply die. I don't know if this is the same event or not. Maybe it isn't and I'm just wasting time. But I'm wasting time regardless, but you know. No, well, at least it starts the same way. It's just that essentially the name of the tracks are named with the sectors that they go through. So a lot of the tracks basically share very similar names because of it. They are basically Zone A and Zone B, right? How am I in last place after that? I wasn't the only one involved in that crash. Alright, sure. Use as many power-ups as possible, because I want to win. And even if it's a pay-to-win win, so be it. I want to end on a win. So who's the guy in first place? It's the Corvette, right? I think it is the Corvette. Oh, this thing. Yeah, as long as you... yeah, slow down a little bit, I guess it works. It's... well, it works. It's a way of saying... yeah, using every bullshit in the menu, but at least I won. Nice, I'm free. I just wanted a win. No matter how I got it, I just wanted a win, and I got it. Alright, well, in that case, that's gonna be it for me for today. Well, I guess I could get the remaining achievements, but... oh, that's interesting. Not good compared to what I have, but it's fine. And neither is this one. Well, I got Wait, is that the second Honda Integra that I get as a reward? Are you kidding me? Alright, sure. Well, in that case, that will be it for me for today. And for this game, like, this is what I consider the playthrough to be over, because aside from playing against other people, there doesn't really seem to be much else to do, and that's what I was expecting from an MMO. Wasn't expecting much more, but hey, I got my fits at least. I got what I wanted from it, so let's just leave it here. And well, the next game in the series is Hot Pursuit, so that will be the next Need for Speed you will see. Not on the next stream, but eventually. But in any case, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. So have a good one, and take care.